Hi, now we look into the art test paper, that is NCCG 28. So in that, the first question, that is 91. A complete set of chromosomes inherited as an unit from one parent to the offspring is actually one genome. Karyotype refers to the set of chromosomes, chromosomal condition. Gene pool is a collection of genes in a particular population. Genotype is the genetic constitution of a character. So the answer is C. Question number 92. A person suffers from a disease when having homozygous recessive condition in a pair of alleles. Here the disease is. See here, homozygous recessive condition causing disease, all these things is not related to, we cannot tell whether it is autosomal or sex linked. So always autosomal cannot be correct. So it is not anyhow genotype, as I am talking about the character, that is disease here. Allelome of or the forms of alleles, again it is wrong. So it is phenotype. So here the disease is the phenotype of physical expression of the gene. The cross used to ascertain whether the plant is homozygous or heterozygous is. So to find out the genotype of the plant, you can perform the test cross. So basically this is how the cross will be. Here the tall plant, for example, when I take tall plant, can be homozygous dominant or it can be heterozygous. So we don't know when the tall plant is given. So when it is crossed with the dwarf plant, homozygous recessive plant, if the genotypic and phenotypic ratios are 1 is to 1. So anyhow here the phenotypic ratio is 1 is to 1. Then it is heterozygous. If all tall plants are updated, then it will be homozygous plant. So the test toss is used to find out whether the given organism is homozygous or heterozygous. So it is test toss. The dwarfness in pea plant of F1 generation is dash, and in F2 generation is, see, dwarfness, whether it is F1, F2, F3, whatever it is recessive only. It cannot change from dominant to recessive or recessive to dominant. So it is A. Choose the correct statements. Backcross is the cross between offspring and any other parent. Yes, any of the parent, that is true only. Test cross in fact is a kind of backcross. Reciprocal crosses may not give same result in X-linked alleles. Yes. So if it is autosomal inheritance, the reciprocal process can give the same result. But if it is cytoplasmic inheritance or maybe X-linked alleles, you don't get the same results in reciprocal crosses. So a reciprocal cross is when the in one cross, when you consider a particular character as male, the other character as female. Say for example, tall plant, dwarf plant. So in one cross, if I take male as a tall plant and female as a dwarf plant, if I reverse this, that is tall plant as male and dwarf plant as female, then that these two crosses will become the reciprocal crosses. So if it is X-linked alleles, you don't get the same result in the reciprocal process. Mendel studied inheritance of 7 pairs of contrasting characters in garden. Yes, it is true. So therefore the answer is D. Cross between a, capital B, small b, and small a, capital B will form. So here you can apply the law of multiplication where see first capital A, small a, from this cross, the possibility of only this particular gene when I look into, the probability of capital A, small a from the cross between capital A, small and small a will be half. So it is half. Now capital B, and possibility of capital B will be 1. Therefore half into 1, it is half. The same way the second case also, again half into 1, half. So it is a half and half means 50-50, or this one is 1, this one is 1. So in 1 is to 1 ratio they will be produced. The gene pair hides the effect of another gene. So this kind of interaction is called epistasis. Dominance refers to the intragenic interaction or interallelic interaction within the gene only. Pleiotropy is actually one gene affecting many characters actually. That's why pleiotropy is. Multiple allelism is again many alleles of the same gene. So it is epistasis. Independent assortment of genes does not take place when. So you cannot tell that only if it is autosomal it will not take place, X linked it will take place. You cannot tell like that. So it is wrong. Autosomal also you can find linkage. There may not be independent assortment. Genes are linked and located on the same chromosome. This is true. Genes are located on the non-homologous chromosomes. Yes, so the answer is B. So independent assortment does not take place when the genes are located on the same chromosome, but when they are present on the non-homologous chromosomes. See, this is one homologous chromosome pair. This is another homologous chromosome pair. So one gene is here, the other gene is here, present on non-homologous chromosomes. Yes, they are not linked, therefore there will be independent assortment. A true breeding plant is having same phenotype and genotype. That's what the true breeding plant is. Mendel conducted experiments in pea plants. After crossing, he observed tall plants in F1 generation and tall plant dwarf plants in F2. He inferred. So this cross is, see, this explanation is about the monohybrid cross. So from that he proposed a law of dominance and law of segregation. Therefore the answer is D. In a dihybrid cross between the genotype of parents, capital A, capital A, capital A, B, capital B. So it is a regular dihybrid cross. The F2 progeny of consisting this. So here in the F2 progeny, these are double homozygous. So it will be 1. This is single heterozygous. It will be 2. This is also single heterozygous. Therefore it is 2. Double heterozygous 4. So in F2 generation, always this double homozygotes like this, or maybe small a, small b, or capital A, small b. Like this, any double homozygotes will be 1, single heterozygotes will be 2. The other example for single heterozygote is capital A, capital B, or capital A, small b. All these are the single heterozygotes. They will be 2 each. Next, this is single heterozygote again. This is also 2. This is double heterozygous. This is 4. Therefore, the answer is D. So here one pedigree chart is given in the question number 102. This thing is about dimples in the cheeks, and they are actually autosomal dominant. So here the clue is autosomal dominant. So when the character is autosomal dominant and here it is expressed, here it is not expressed, which means this must be, I am taking D for the dimples here. It must be compulsorily homozygous recessive. That's why that is not expressed here. This you cannot tell. It may be capital D, small d, or it may be capital D, capital D. So we cannot tell based on this particular data. So here the question is about 3, 3. So in this pedigree, the first generation, this is the first generation where the first individual is homozygous recessive, whereas the other parent is heterozygous or homozygous dominant, because the character that is given here is autosomal dominant. So when you just write the possibility, this is the only possibility. See, the other members in this family you cannot predict. Again, the possibility can be both. So this all these individuals can be homozygous dominant or maybe heterozygous. Definitely, the person who is not expressing the character will be homozygous recessive because it is autosomal dominant character. So this is say small d, this is small d, this one is also small d. Now the question is about the person married, that is 3-1. 3-1 refers to this particular person married to a woman who is heterozygous for dimples, means definitely she will express the character. So what is the possibility of their children to be affected or will have the dimples? So in this case, when a person with this condition married to heterozygous dimples, that is capital D, small d. So what is the possibility of the children to have dimples? So two possibilities I'll get here. One is this, the other one is this. So this is the only possibilities. Therefore, the 50% of the individuals will have the dimples. So the answer is B. An allele responsible for an enzyme is mutated to another form. What is not possible outcome of this? Say there is an allele at a particular locus, it is being mutated. So it can mutate it to capital A to small a, or maybe small a to capital A. You can tell only by seeing the characteristic of that. So what is not possible from this particular mutation is the question. The mutated allele produce functional enzyme. Yes, the function mutated allele also may produce the functional enzyme. The mutated allele produce no enzyme at all. That is also possible. The mutated allele will be on the non-homologous chromosome. The position of the allele will not change. It will be always in the homologous position only. Therefore, this is wrong statement. The protein synthesis stops at a particular mutated allele. Yes, if this particular mutation is leading to one stop codon, the protein synthesis may stop in that region. So that is also possible. So C is not possible. Mendel's work was rediscovered in the year. So it is 1900. What is the ratio of one pair of contrasting characters in F2 of a dihybrid cross? So when you just consider only one pair of contrasting characters. So when you just look into the round yellow and wrinkled green, now in the F2, you are asked to find out only the ratio between one pair of contrasting characters, means only round and wrinkled, otherwise yellow and green only you have to see. Therefore, it will be always 3:1. The chromosome complement with 2n-1 is called, it is monosomic. See, mono is single, soma is chromosome. So when 2n-1 condition is there, in one homologous chromosome pair, one chromosome is being taken out, therefore only one copy of that particular chromosome will remain. Therefore it is monosomy. Trisomy is addition of an additional chromosome. See, for example, Down syndrome, where trisomy 21 can be seen. Nullisomy is 2n-2 condition. This is 2n plus 1 condition. Tetrasomy is 2n plus 2 condition. What is ratio of homozygous plants for both dominant characters in F2 of a dihybrid cross? So the ratio of homozygous plants for both dominant characters. So this is about homozygous for dominant character. So it is capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y, or capital A, capital B, capital B. This kind of proportion is asked. So it is 1/16. The phenotypic and genotypic ratio are not similar in the case of. See, in the case of codominance, it will be same. So here when I am talking about phenotypic and genotypic ratios, in a particular generation, maybe in the case of F2, so definitely this will be same. In incomplete dominance also it will be same. In testosterone also it will be same. But in the case of over dominance, it will be same as the dominance only. You don't see the same ratios. What is true about the crossing over between linked genes? See, genes are linked, but the distance between the genes is not mentioned. So I cannot tell that no crossing over at all. That may the genes may be distant and crossing over may occur. So I cannot tell that no crossing over at all. High percentage of crossing over also cannot be predicted. Hardly any crossing over also cannot be predicted. So you need to know, or you need to conduct the experiment, then only you can find out. So only based on this data you cannot predict. A particular locus, at a particular locus, frequency of A is given, that is dominant allele is 0.6 and recessive allele is 0.4, and frequency of heterozygotes is given. So it is 2 AB. So it is 2 is 2 into 0.4 into 0.2. So it is 0.48. Or in probability, we'll just take it as 2pq. So this is how you have to calculate. So p square, as we have seen in the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, p square plus 2pq plus q square, where p square is the frequency of homozygous dominant condition, that is the genotype, whereas q square refers to the frequency of homozygous recessive condition, whereas 2pq is the heterozygous condition, frequency of heterozygous condition. Color blindness is more commonly seen in human males than in human females because it is X-linked. How many different kinds of gametes will be produced by a plant having genotype? See here, the formula for this thing is 2 power n, where n is number of heterozygous genes. So 2 power 1, therefore it is 2. So if it is capital A small a, capital A small b, capital C small c, then it will become 2 power 2, therefore the answer will be 4. Karyotype of the female bird is, so in birds ZW is heterozygote, female is heterozygous with respect to, sorry, uh, heterogametic with respect to this, therefore it is ZW, and ZZ will be male. XO you can see in the case of male of insects, and XX in the case of human female. Both husband and wife have normal vision, though their fathers were colorblind. The probability of their daughter becoming colorblind is, so here the husband is normal, means only one possibility is he need not to know the father's genotype here. So the husband is X superscript capitals, sorry, small c y, is not having normal vision, whereas wife is having normal vision, therefore definitely she is having one capital C, sorry, husband is having normal vision, which means it is actually capital C, X superscript capital C, whereas a female is having normal vision, therefore definitely one allele will be capital C. The other allele you have to find out, because she is normal, she can be heterozygous or homozygous or dominant. As her father is colorblind, definitely she has to be X heterozygous. So husband is X capital CY, whereas the wife is X capital C X small c. Now the daughter becoming colorblind will be 0. There is no probability at all. Small t mates with capital T small t. So it's a test cross. So what will be the characteristic of the offspring? Means 50% recessive and 50% will be dominant. A man A blood group marries a woman capital AB. So here genotype of A you have, if you see, there are two possibilities here. A man can be homozygous, right, or he can be heterozygous. That is, he can be IA or IAIO. But woman is AB, that is IAIB. Which type of progeny would indicate the man is heterozygous for A? So if these two are having a child with B blood group, this is possible only when the person is heterozygous. So what would indicate the man is heterozygous for A means the child having B will indicate that the person is heterozygous. If he is a homozygous dominant, definitely B will not be produced. The only possibilities will be A and AB only will be possible in their children. So these two only possible. Human skin color is not an effect of, sorry, it is an effect of. So it is a polygenic inheritance, as it is affected by many genes. Types of genotypes in F2 generation of dihybrid crosser. So number of types of genotypes means totally 9 types. The term gene refers to, so basically refers to the portion of DNA. If the coding sequence of DNA bases is ATTCG, so it is coding sequence, and you are asked to find out the transcript sequence. So it will be same as this, except in the place of T, U will be there. So the answer is D. In a given sample of nucleic acids, G plus A content is not equal to C plus T. So this is possible only in the case of single stranded DNA. In single stranded DNA, the Chargas rule is not applicable. DNA replication is semi-conservative as well as semi-discontinuous. In the genetic dictionary, there are 64 codons as the genetic code is triplet. So totally four types of nucleotides are there. Each codon is a triplet, that is 4 power 3 equals to 64. So this is the reason. Removal of RNA polymerase 3 from nucleoplasm will affect the synthesis of tRNA synthesis will be affected. DNA size in human embryo cell. See, embryo cell means it is diploid, therefore it is 6.6 into 10 power 9 base pairs. Distance between the two base pairs of DNA is 3.4 angstroms or 0.34 nanometers. Splicing is not found in the cells of. In bacteria, there is no splicing as introns are absent. Prokaryotes won't have the introns. If the length of E. coli DNA is 1.36 mm, what would be the number of base pairs? So if you just calculate, you'll get 4.6 into 10 power 6 base pairs. Select the incorrect statement. hnRNA is otherwise called primary transcript. Yes, mRNA initially will be synthesized as hnRNA in the eukaryotic cells, that is heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Later it will be undergoing post-transcriptional modifications to produce the mRNA. Primary transcript contain exon and introns. Yes. RNA polymerase 3 is responsible for the transcription of tRNA. Yes. This is also true. 5' phosphodiester bond is present towards the 3' end of mature mRNA. It is actually present towards the 5' end. So you can see this kind of phosphodiester bond during capping. Methyl guanosine will be added towards the 5' end through this 5' phosphodiester bond. What is the sequence annotation is? So it is basically assigning different regions in one sequenced gene. Select the correct option. So direction of reading in the template DNA will be 3' to 5', whereas the direction of RNA synthesis will be 5' to 3'. See, keep in mind the synthesis of RNA or DNA will be definitely in this direction only. The new strand will be always synthesized in this direction. So definitely it will be 5' to 3'. Template will be obviously complementary to this, that is anti-parallel, therefore it is 3' to 5'. In the experiments on the chemistry of DNA, Chargaff estimated the base composition of human sperms and found that adenine constituted 31% and guanine 19%. The quantity of cytosine in DNA of human somatic cells, so whether it is a somatic cell or a sperm cell, basically there will not be much difference here. So again the cytosine content will be same as guanine, therefore it is 19% only. Similarity in DNA and RNA is that both are polymers of nucleotides. See, they don't have the similar kind of pyrimidines, they don't have the similar sugars, and both are not genetic materials. DNA is a genetic material. In three-dimensional view of molecule of tRNA is, it is L-shaped. Two-dimensional structure will be cloverleaf shaped. Genes that are involved in turning on and off are actually operator genes. Select the correctly matched codons with its amino acids. So if you just look into the codons table, it is actually UAA, UAG are the stop codons. This is the correct one. Remaining are actually wrong. Because here ACG is not methionine, which is not a salient feature of a genetic code. It is actually unambiguous, but this is wrong. Which of the following does not follow the central dogma of molecular biology? So HIV, as it consists of RNA, here you can see the deviation from the central dogma of molecular biology. Structure called beads on string refers to nucleosomes. DNA was first discovered by Miescher. He is the one who first observed this acidic material in the nucleus. This is the central dogma of molecular biology, where the first one is, this one is the transcription, this is translation, and this was actually proposed by Francis Crick. Therefore, the answer is D. A complex of ribosomes attached to single strand of RNA, that is mRNA, is one polysome or polyribosomes. Which one of the following is not applicable to RNA? Chargaff's rule is not applicable as it is single stranded. Identify the correct order of organization of genetic material from largest to smallest. So genome, chromosome, gene and nucleotide. Which among the following use RNA as templates to synthesize DNA? So RNA dependent DNA polymerase. It is the enzyme is. Where the amino acid is attached to tRNA. Amino acid is attached in the 3' end. In the 3' end there will be CCA. A consists of this hydroxyl group. So the new amino acid will be attached to this hydroxyl group only. The gene which synthesize repressor protein in lac-operon is I. Histone proteins are rich in basic amino acids, that is lysine and arginine. A DNA molecule makes complete turn after every 10 bases, 10 base pairs basically. The first life on earth originated in, it was first originated in the water. Darwin's finches are an excellent example of their example for the adaptive radiation. Who proposed the germplasm theory? So it was proposed by August Weismann. He has conducted the experiments on the rat. So he started cutting the tails of the rats and found that the particular character is not passed. So somatoplasm theory was completely rejected because of this. Eyes of octopus and mammals are the example for. So they perform same function, but they have different origin. Therefore, they are analogous organs, and they are the result of convergent evolution. The age of fossils can be determined by carbon dating. According to Darwin, fitness refers to. So fitness, according to Darwin, is nothing but the reproductive fitness only. Which of the following statement is true? Wings of birds and insects are actually analogous organs. Human hands and bat patagy are actually homologous organs. Potato and sweet potato are again analogous organs. Flippers and penguin, this one is a correct answer. Fossils are generally found in, so you can find the fossils in sedimentary rocks. Evolutionary history of an organism is called, it is phylogeny, whereas ontogeny refers to the development of an organism. The brain capacity of Homo erectus was about 900 cc. For Mn blood group system, the frequency. So here Mn, two different alleles responsible for the Mn blood group. Both are codominant basically. So Mn alleles frequencies are mentioned 0.7 and 0.3 respectively. Now the expected frequency of M blood group, that is, so you can take as p square. So it is 0.7 into 0.7, therefore it is 49%. Appearance of herbicide tolerant plant is an example for. So it's an example for pre-existing variation in the population. So there is a population of plants where some mutations took place that led to the herbicide resistance. Now when you just use herbicide, those plants will be able to survive. The remaining plants cannot survive. So that is possible because of pre-existing variations in the population, not because of any of this. The effects of genetic drift are more marked in. So genetic drift can be observed mainly in small population, not in the large populations. Analogous organs arise due to convergent evolution. The golden age of reptiles is Mesozoic era. The wings of bird and wings of insect are, so wings of bird, wings of insect, both perform the same function with different origins. Therefore, analogous structures represent convergent evolution. What was the most significant trend in the evolution of modern man from his ancestors? So, cranial capacity increase is one of the very important trend that we can see. The idea of mutations was brought forth by, it was proposed by Hugo de Vries, and he has conducted the experiments on evening primrose, the scientific name of which is Inothera lamarckiana. Which of the following is the correct sequence of events in the origin of life? So it is the third option. So first synthesis of organic monomers took place from inorganic substances. Later there was polymer formation, maybe genetic material also. And after that protobions, and finally cells have come. Evolution of different species in a given area, starting from a point and spreading to other geographical areas, is adaptive radiation. Industrial melanism is an example for the natural selection. The most common mechanism of genetic variation in the sexually reproducing population is, so most common thing is recombination. It will always occur when compared to the remaining. The principle of competitive exclusion was stated by, it was actually proposed by Gauss exclusion. So it is called Gauss exclusion principle. Which of the following had the smallest brain capacity? So among these, Homo habilis is one of the first species uh, among this. Therefore, it is answer is 4. In a population of 1000, 360 are capital A, 480 capital A small a, 160 small a. Based on this data, frequency of A in the population is. So directly you can calculate from this also. So it is zero point 0.6. So you're asked to find out p value. You have been given with the p square. So p square is 360 by 1000. That is 0.36. So p square is 0.36. Now p value will be 0.6. Variation in gene frequencies within the population can occur by chance rather than by natural selection. This is referred to as, this is the genetic drift is. This one is directly from the NCERT only. You can just go through it. Which among the following group of gases were used to stimulate the primitive atmosphere by Miller? So Miller and Urey in their experiments, they have used these gases, that is ammonia, water vapors, methane and H2 gas. So the given graph shows the range of variations among population members for a trait determined by multiple genes. If this population is subjected to disruptive selection, right, which of the following is most likely to happen? So again, the figure is not clear here. So the answer is C. This is the disruptive selection. Study of fossils is called, it's a paleontology. The process of mating of individuals which are more closely related than the average of the population. So it is actually the inbreeding. So these are all the answers for the 8th part test paper.